Hi everyone! Today we are at Cafe Bla with owner Jacob. So the shop is very nicely decorated. It's all pink like Jacob and me. I'm wearing the right dress code. Can you let us know your background, where you're from and how do you set up this shop?
So I'm English, but I've been living in Munich for 10 years now. I was a professional musician before doing this, so I did that for 20 years. And when I moved here, I'd already started getting into specialty coffee in England before moving here. And because music is such a difficult field to get into, I knew that I had to do a different job to begin with. So I learned some barista skills back in England back then, and started working in shops here alongside then going on tour and doing studio work, and until the point that I didn't really like playing music anymore. At which point I was roasting full time, and then took over the shop.
What kind of instruments were you playing?
Bass.
Bass.
Yeah.
This out.
How did you first move to Munich, and what drew you into okay, Munich is the place to be and I can live here for a very long time?
It was an accident. So my now wife and I decided we didn't want to live in England anymore, and she has family over here, so we were like, okay, so we'll give it a go here, stay here for maybe a year and then move somewhere else. But we grew to love the city, especially being so close to nature. It's a nice size of city, so yeah, we stayed here.
Wow. How many years ago did you first start this shop?
3 years ago. Yeah.
Did anything come to you as a surprise, or you never thought, oh, it's like this, now I realize?
So management and human resources, so dealing with people, specifically dealing with staffing, was something that was a really tough learning curve. I had an idea already of the sort of boss I wanted to be, but I wasn't equipped with the skills that I needed at the beginning to do that. I feel like now I'm a lot better at managing people, which is also why I think a lot of the staff have been here for a long time. You know, our longest serving employee has been here for 3 years. He's been here since the beginning, so and that's always a good sign for gastro. If people stick around, it means that hopefully you're not the worst boss.
I mean, when I first walked into the shop, I felt the joy in this place, and everyone is like, the team was laughing at the bar, and you guys just keep chatting the whole time. Like for 10 minutes, you guys are just like, oh, so it was very fun, and I could see that you have created a very warm and like a very nice place.
So something I said to someone earlier on was that I've created a kindergarten for expats. Meant as a joke, but the thing is, when I first moved here, I was given the chance to learn German behind the counter. You know, I didn't speak German, and I always said that if I started something myself, I'd want to extend that to other people as well. So I have barely any Germans working here. I have people from America, I have people from Spain, Mexico, Hungary, all over the world, and I love it because it means that we've got this really mix and match group of funny people.
Can you let us know more a bit on the coffee side? What kind of varieties and selections you have?
So one of my big things is looking for coffees that are coming through importers that actually have the farmer's best interests at heart. Looking for coffees that are delicious without being from the big names, because I believe there's a big problem right now in hero worshipping. There are a few big name producers, especially in Colombia, that everyone wants to buy coffee from. They don't need my business. They have enough people buying their coffees already. And I think that the more we hero worship a couple of producers, the more some of the smallholders actually fall into shadows, and that's dangerous because there's a huge world of coffee, massive. There are so many producers out there, smallholders, people who don't really get much business otherwise, and so my passion is in trying to find good sources for coffee, places like Raw Material, who are just doing such an amazing job trying to make sure the farmers are getting paid at least closer to what they deserve.
Yes.
There's a huge paradigm shift that needs to happen in terms of the way we look at coffee trade and the whole supply chain for it to work out properly, but hopefully companies like Raw Material can start moving that in that direction.
And I saw that you guys are also doing natural wines and a wide range of selection. Cheers. Post. This is really good.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very fresh
Yeah.
and balanced. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
We'll take a
natural.
photo later. Yeah.
Yeah, natural wine is just something that goes with coffee perfectly because it's about a group of people that are trying to do something that's more colourful, more fun, that's low intervention, that's about worshipping the nature, worshipping the product, rather than throwing a bunch of chemicals in it and making something commercial.
Yeah. And Jacob was sharing something really insightful before this, was that why are wine prices much higher compared to coffee in general? Can you repeat what you just told me?
Sure. I mean, it's simple. Like you look at a glass of wine in almost anywhere in the world, it's going to cost you upwards of 6, 7, 8 euros. I mean, Singapore, what's the price of a glass of natural wine these days? $15?
Yeah, go up to 20.
Right,
25,
exactly. And coffees that all of these specialty shops are serving, there's the same amount, if not more, work going into producing these coffees. And yet, the norm is to pay 3, 4, 5 euros for a cup of coffee. And the only reason that's possible is because of the import prices, the amount of money that's being given to the farmers, and which is what I mean by there needs to be a paradigm shift. We need to move away from this colonial system that we've built hundreds of years ago to do with trading coffee.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And how... Okay, as a business owner for at least 3 years, which part of the job that do you enjoy the most?
Finding and roasting lovely coffees. Yeah, definitely.
Not surface.
Oh, I love being behind the machine and I love speaking to people, absolutely. I don't get as much time to do that these days. The management side of things keeps me very busy, as does the roasting, but yeah.
Where do you see Cafe Bla growing in the next 1 or 2 years?
First of all, with the B2B side of things, I want to see our bags in more shops worldwide. I'd really like to get the coffees out there because I believe that what we're doing is really special. The coffees taste delicious and have good stories behind them. Also, we just launched a magazine, and we've had some really good feedback from that so far. We've got a few really good names, writers that want to contribute for the next issue. So, really want to build that as well.
So Jacob just passed me a hard copy of that. Do you do soft copy or do you ship overseas so that our friends in Asia can have a copy too?
We're working on that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking for distribution channels. This first issue has been completely written and financed by us in the cafe. So one of my baristas and I wrote the entire thing ourselves. Did all of the research, did all of the design work, and had it printed. With the idea being that with this first issue we're going to try and find some sponsors and try and find ways of getting it out into the wider world. But so keep an eye on the Instagram because we want to build it.
Nice. Last but not least, anything you want to say to our friends, our coffee shop owners, baristas in Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and
keep fighting the good fight.
Okay, so
and keep it colorful. Minimalism isn't the specialty coffee isn't a place for minimalism.
Because of the funky.
It's funky, it's fruity, it's colorful. Specialty coffee is anything but black and white.
You should come to Cafe Bla and take a look at the whole place. It's like you're in Willy Wonka chocolate factory kind of situation. Okay, before we end, we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
It's called Quick Shots.
Okay.
So it's quick firing of questions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yep.
If you can only choose an origin or blend to drink for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Rwanda.
Favorite color other than pink?
No! God, please, no!
Green.
Favorite natural wine?
Any pet nat. I love it fizzy. Give me bubbles. Especially Dope from Klaus Preisinger. Really good.
One word to describe Cafe Bla.
Loud.
One animal to describe Cafe Bla.
Whale.
Why?
Just like sea creatures, man.
Last question. If you had a theme song for the shop, what would it be?
You've got a friend in me.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
No, definitely not. I feel like Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit would be... if you could see the face of one of my baristas right now. It's become a little bit of a theme tune. So one of our baristas, Michaela, who's hiding over there somewhere, over there, hello, did Cup Tasters and came fourth in Germany this year, and that was her rev up song for Cup Tasters.
Do you agree or okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you,
you so
Jacob. Thank you for the hospitality.
Nice
really
to meet you.
nice meeting you. Bye.